Hello, everyone. This is your girl Rita, also known as the Gold Digger. Welcome to my channel where I discuss my life as a wife, mom, entrepreneur, all while trying to crush these goals. And on my channel, I share with you my tips, my strategies, my tricks, my mistakes, and all the obstacles that I have had to overcome as an entrepreneur and business owner, and I share them with you in hopes that you will learn from my mistakes and take these lessons and do better in your business so that you don't have to go through the same things that I went through. But today, I'm going to be talking to you about why all money in business is not good money, okay? So, if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or business owner, and you're trying to get started in your business, or you just getting started with your business, you put in all this hard work, all this blood, sweat, tears, time, developing your business, coming up with a product, coming up with a service, and you are ready to make your first dollar. You are like, show me the money. And you are just ready. You are ready to get going, ready to let the whole world know I'm in business. This is what I'm doing. Well, before you go any step further, there is one important thing that you must know before you are out here doing something strange to make that change. This is the key thing, one of the key things that you need to know in business. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready to know what that thing is? All right, it is knowing who your ideal client is. All right, I'm going to say that again. Knowing who your target client is, or your ideal client is. You must know this before you start and go off in business. Now, you might be looking at me like, girl, I don't really care, or I won't say don't care. My business, my products are going to be for everybody. So it really doesn't matter who my ideal client is, because I make products and services for everybody, or everybody can benefit from my products and services, or everybody can use this. I just have to show them the opportunity. But my product appeals to the masses. Anyone and everyone can use my product or services. All right, I totally get it, but you need to know who your target client is. Sorry, y'all, my phone is going off. You need to know who your target audience is, your target client, your target buyer is, because guess what? Everyone is not for you, and you are not for everyone. And the sooner you realize this, the better you will do, and the sooner you will do better in your business. Now, that is not to say your products and services are not for everybody. They could be for everybody, but you have an ideal person, you have an ideal client who is going to be for your business. So just know that. No, you are not for everybody, and everybody is not for you. There is a target client for you. There is a target customer for you. All right, so let me give you some examples if you're still looking at me like I'm crazy and like this is not making any sense from you. So just because everyone can benefit from your product or service does not mean that they are your target client. Case in point. Let's see. So I could probably benefit from a kale salad. I can probably benefit from eating a veggie burger, but guess what? You won't find me eating a kale salad or a veggie burger. I'm not about that life. I'm not about the vegan life. No shade to my vegans and vegetarians and stuff out there. I am just not about that. But I can benefit from that kale salad. I could benefit from that veggie burger, but I am not those companies' target market. I am not their target client, because I'm just living a totally different lifestyle than what their target audience is living. Even though I can benefit from their products or their services and that kind of stuff. I'm just not their ideal customer, okay? Another example is I would definitely love to have, I could definitely probably benefit from having some kind of luxury vehicle, or wearing some luxury clothes like Gucci or whatever. I can definitely see the benefits of that. I would love to have that or whatever. But guess what? I'm not their ideal client. Your girl, you probably won't ever find your girl in any designer clothes because that's just not me. But I'm not about that life, okay? But that's not to say those clothes could not benefit me or that I wouldn't look nice in them or whatever. It's not to say that they are not good. So I think that a lot of people, when they say their products and services are for everybody, and when I tell you you are not for everybody and everybody is not for you, sometimes we tend to take it personal, like something is wrong with our product or with our services. And there is nothing wrong with your product or service. You probably have an awesome, phenomenal product or service, but just know it is not for everybody. It is not ideal for everybody, but you do have an ideal clientele that you need to be able to identify, so that they can get the benefit from your product or service, okay? And that is what we're going to be talking about next. So why it's important for you to be able to recognize who your target client is, who your target market is, who your target demographic is, okay? So when you know who your target client is or your ideal client is, it will help you or prevent you from doing some of the following things. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to prevent you from having to discount yourself down, okay? When you know who your target audience is, they are going to be willing to pay for your product or service. Someone who is not your target client or your ideal client, when they see your product or service, they're going to be wanting a discount. Why? Because they're not 100% sold on the idea that it is going to benefit them, okay? You don't see Gucci discounting anything down for me. If I approached Gucci and was like, well, you know what, I don't want to spend that kind of money on this, do you mind discounting it down for me? They are not going to do that. And oftentimes I will see people who are starting off in business doing the same. People are asking you for discounts and you are discounting it down to meet their need, and they're not even your ideal client. So when you know who your target audience is, when you have a good understanding of what they want, their needs, their wants and stuff like that, you are going to be in tune with them, and they are going to be in tune with you, and they are going to want to pay you for your product and service without having to discount yourself down. All right. Also, tip number 2, knowing who your ideal client is, it prevents you from trying to create products and services that appeal to the masses, okay? So before you're out there, I see this too sometimes with new businesses or new people starting up. We have so many different ideas, and you're like, I want to create this, I want to do this, I want to offer this service, I want to offer this product, and that way I can get this person and that person and all these different people. You don't need to do that. You just need to find out who your target client is and appeal to them, so you're not wasting your time, energy, and resources trying to come up with all these different services, come up with all these different products for all these different people so that you can appeal to everybody. Like I said before, everybody is not for you, and you are not for everybody, okay? And an example is, you're not going to walk into McDonald's and ask for a hot dog, okay? McDonald's doesn't sell hot dogs. All right. And just like McDonald's doesn't sell all the different kinds of foods, you can't provide all these different services. You need to know what is your area of expertise. What is that service? What is that product that you are providing for your people, for your ideal client, okay? You also are not going to walk into Chick-fil-A and ask for a hamburger. They just don't have them. That is not their target market, okay? Their target market is selling chicken sandwiches. The people who want chicken sandwich is their target market. So you need to know who your target market is so that you're not creating all these different products and services for everybody, and your target client might not even be able to use them, okay? Now, the other thing is kind of goes hand in hand with what we just said. It gives you laser focus. When you know your target client, it gives you laser focus on identifying the needs and wants of the people you serve. So just like I said, so you're not wasting your time, energy, creating all of these different products so you can appeal to all these different people. When you know who your target client is or your ideal client is, you can just focus on them. Focus on their needs. What do they want? What do they need? How can I go a little bit deeper in my services and products to meet the demands that they have, to fulfill the problems that they have, to address their needs? It gives you this laser focus, like, hey, I'm going to make, like using Chick-fil-A, I'm going to make a chicken sandwich. Then we got the chicken sandwich with cheese. Then we got the chicken sandwich with cheese and bacon. But it's all a chicken sandwich. It's all a chicken sandwich. It's just different layers to the chicken sandwich, okay? So when you know who your target market is, your target client, your ideal client, you can just have laser focus. Focus on what they want, and then provide further services in that same vein, in that same channel, to meet their wants and their needs, okay? All right. Now, another reason why you need to know who your ideal client is because this is a big one. It helps you not to feel defeated or rejected, okay? Because everybody is not going to want your product or service. Like I said, you are not for everybody, and everybody is not for you. But knowing that, you won't feel, I don't know, disappointed, defeated, feel like a failure when someone rejects you and says, no, I'm not interested, or they don't buy from you. It is okay, all right? Because they just are not your ideal client. And that way you're not wasting your resources targeting people who are not your ideal client. So sometimes we face rejection, or we get rejected because we're asking people who are not our target client, okay? And being able to identify who our target client is will help us when we are rejected, because you are not for everybody, and everybody is not for you. And I know this can be a tough pill to swallow. I know it can be hard to accept, but the sooner you accept it, the better you will be. I realized in my business, I am not for everybody. And because of that, I don't try to be, okay? I already accept that there's certain things that I'm just not going to do in my business, because I'm not trying to, going back to my other point, I'm not trying to appeal to the masses. I'm not trying to offer all these different services, because guess what? This is a large demographic over here. If you offer this service, then they'll start coming in. Like, no, I don't want my time and my attention divided in all these different areas, okay? So if someone says, oh, you don't do X, Y, no, I don't, I'm sorry, let me refer you to someone who does, or whatever. It's okay. I don't feel bad, okay? I don't. And that brings me to my next thing, which kind of goes hand in hand with the first point too, is when you know who your target client is, or your ideal client is, you also will know your worth. Okay, you will know your worth. You will know what you're going to put up with. You are going to know what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept. Like point number one, you don't have to discount yourself down. You just know yourself better, because you're just more in tune to who your ideal client is, what their ideal needs are, and what their wants are, okay? So you won't have to discount yourself down. And even with that, realizing that too can be something that you might have to work through. It's like a mental shift, a mind shift and everything, because people will try to discount you down, but you are not on the clearance rack, okay? Know your worth, know the value that your service or your product is providing, and recognizing when someone else does not see that value, they are not for you, okay? They are not your ideal client. And don't feel bad about it. It's okay. You're, like I said, you're not for everybody, and everybody is not for you. So there's no need for you to feel bad about it. Now, on the other hand, that's not to be cocky and arrogant and be like, oh, I'm just like on this level or whatever, and you're like beneath me. That is not what I'm saying. When it comes to like knowing your worth, you just have to know intuitively what you have to offer, what your services and your products, the value that they bring, so you can recognize when someone is trying to discount you down, or just discredit you, or just does not see the value that you have. Okay. And that's why the sooner you're able to recognize this, the sooner you're able to be successful in business, because you are focused on those people who already recognize your strengths, already recognize the value that you have, and appreciate you for who you are. All right. So I hope this has been helpful. That is all I have, because I have been talking for a minute. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who needs to hear this, please share this with them, because like I said at the beginning, all money is not good money. So don't be out there doing something strange just to make that change. Know your value, know your worth, know who your ideal client is. It will make your life as a business owner, entrepreneur, so much easier. All right, that's all I have. Take care, everyone. This is your girl Rita, also known as the Gold Digger.